I have got a question for you. Right, big question, something you can ponder over. Are bikes better than scooters? Are scooters better than bikes? The reason I'm asking is because we don't have a lot of storage in Doug. We've got no boot. There's none. There's no storage. But inside Eva, well, we've got loads of storage. We've literally got a whole boot space of storage that we can keep anything in. But inside Doug, we've got a little compartment. Not putting much in there, are we? Certainly not a bike or a scooter. Now, the reason I'm asking this is because we have been sent a scooter. Yeah. What are these boys? We've been sent a scooter by iscooter. One thing I do love, it's got a little bag on it. I've put a sticker on it. But anyway, right, this is the iscooter iX6. It's a little bit filthy right now because, yeah, I've been out playing on it. But we'll get into the scooter in a minute. Is something like this going to be better for your van life or your motorhome life, or is a folding cycle? Well, that's up to you to decide. Let's go and have a little bit of a look at this, what it can do, what it does, and yeah, you make your own mind up. So this is the iX6 off-road scooter by iscooter, and it's a bit of a beast as well. It will do off-road. It's got a max speed on the road of 15 mile an hour, and you can unlock it to 27 mile an hour as well. A 1000 watt motor in the rear, and it's got all sorts of other good stuff as well. It will do a range of 27 miles. Now, 27 miles is probably weight dependent. Now, if I was to get on it, it might do 20. If Emma was to get on it, it might do 27 to 30. Really depends on what weight you're putting on the machine, on how far you're going to get. Now, it does weigh 26 kilos, which is a lot lighter than most bikes out there. So foldable bikes you put in your van, bikes, electric bikes that we keep in our vehicles. It's also a lot smaller. So it's a lot smaller, it's a lot lighter. It will go the same distance, it will go the same speed. I think scooters like this are going to be the new must-have for vans, because something like this, well, you can throw in the boot of your car, you can throw in a cupboard in the van, you can throw it in your wardrobe. There's so much more possibilities for people to get out and get mobile and go and see more if they've got a scooter rather than a bike. It's also a lot lighter as well, like I said, 26 kilos. You know, most people can lift that out the van and set it up. The setup is dead easy as well. Let's have a little bit of a look at it and see what it can do. So as you can see, it does have big chunky tyres, 11-inch tyres which are off-road as well. They are going to get you over most terrain that you need to go over. Also has front and back suspension as well, dual suspension on either side of the front, and it's also got dual suspension on the rear as well. So you've got two big shock absorbers which are adjustable on both sides of the rear hub and the front. It's also fitted with mechanical disc brakes as well, front and rear, so you know that no matter what happens, you're going to be able to stop, because those disc brakes are really good and they really do stop you no matter where you go, what you're doing. They're going to put you to a complete stop. Now, the whole bike is foldable as well. You can actually take the handlebars and you can fold it all the way down. So this big screw here, if we just unscrew that like that, then what that does, that takes this piece out here, and then this whole piece here will fold all the way down so it's flat. On the very back of the bike there is this little clip. There's also a clip on your handlebars as well. We undo this piece here, that will allow the handlebars to extend out. It will clip right underneath this part here, then you can lock that back into place, and then the whole unit can be picked up with one hand. So you can get hold of it there and you can pick it up no problem. And if you were in a van, that's how you would store it away if you were in a van. If you needed to, these handlebar sections, they will fold in. So this red piece here, you literally just unscrew this. Once it's unscrewed, it will pull backwards like that, and then the whole handlebar will fold in. So both sides will fold in like that. If you didn't have the bag in, they would go completely flat. So you imagine that both sides folded in, that's just slimline. On the side of the unit you do have a little kickstand which is just there, a nice screen on the front, and then this control panel here which is obviously your lights, your horn, your power mode, your settings mode, and then the speed mode as well. It does have right there an indicator switch, so left and right. Now it does come with an NFT chip, which is this little boy. What's an NFT chip? Well, that's how you basically power up the unit. So on the very back there you can see there's a little signal. If I was to hold this there, you will hear a beep. That turns the unit on just by this. So if you haven't got this, you would need to press the on button and put a password into there for you to gain access to the unit. So I have powered it down. If I take the NFC chip, there you go, you see the whole thing comes on. Now don't worry, the screen doesn't flash like it is now, that's just because of the camera. But you do have the power mode which is there. Now if you use to press your up button here, you can see 1, 2, 3, and that will get you up to 15 miles an hour. That's turbo. You've got your speed, your battery monitor right there, and then you've got an average speed, things like that. So don't forget, 15 miles an hour, that's the max speed on it. Like that's on public road, 15 miles an hour is as fast as you can go. But you can unlock this thing to 27 miles per hour. So as soon as you turn it on, you then have to press your M button 5 times. That'll go to 15. 5 times, 27.9. So that's now set to 27 mile an hour maximum speed. Right, so off-road. We could consider this pathway to be off-road. Let's take it down there and see what it can do. Definitely has no problem on this. So no problem off-road whatsoever. It's a little bit shaky, but with the suspension it does help. Right, let's try it on a normal path. Normal path will be fine. No problem whatsoever on the normal path. It just cruises lovely. Also nice going down the canal path as well. It's a little bit bumpy, but the suspension is fine for me. Right, so now we need to talk about the lights on it, but let's clap and see if we can turn the lights off. Well, that worked. Now we've got some light. Let's go and have a look at the lights. I will turn them on and you can see it for all its glory. Press the little switch on top and there you go. You've got a great light on the front there, which you've got to be fair, that's shining up a bit. You've got a good platform light. You have a light on the back there, which when you press either of the brakes, that does start flashing off. And then your indicators, which are on the stalk there, the left one and the right one. But you've got to admit, you're getting seen driving this around. I mean, yeah, I have got a light there, but if we was to turn this off, there we go. The front light is really good. It's as good as some cycle lights. And then you do have these two deck beams there as well, so there's no chance no one is not going to see you. It does have pretty good lights and people are going to see you, that's the point. Right, let's get back and put it in the van. Now we do have quite a lot of storage inside. We've got inside these big cupboards, which are pretty big. I mean, I can go in here, and as you can see, they're quite large. So, what's better, a bike or a scooter? So for us, storing the scooter is going to be really easy. Basically, we're just going to drop it down and put it in a cupboard. Couldn't be any easier, could it? Right, that's the handlebars folders. They're not going to go in because the bag's there and I can't bother taking the bag off, but that'll do, that'll do. Let's get it in the van. The big question for us, will it go in the cupboard? We'll see. Now we've got it in there, as you can see. I can close the doors. It's quite big, granted. If it was full of clothes, I wouldn't get it in there. But it's in there. Point proven. I couldn't get a bike in there, could I? No. Of course, it all depends on how much storage you've got, really. You know, in the motorhome, we ain't got much storage. So for us putting it in there, it makes ideal sense. Also, we could put it in the bathroom. That could go in there. That wouldn't be a problem as well. And don't forget, like I said, it is quite light. It charges within 7 to 9 hours. It will do, you know, a good mileage on it, and it will do a decent speed as well. It's well built. It's got lights on, it's got horns on, it's got indicators, it's got everything you would want on it to, you know, move around. And we will definitely use it. I don't think Emma will. She doesn't like it. It'll just be idiot here. But anyway, we've got it and we can use it. If you want to find out more about them, I'll leave the links down there in the description or the pinned comment in the comment section as well. But my question still stands. What's better, a bike or a scooter? Yeah, it depends on the size, but does it? You've got weight to consider. You've got battery charging time to consider. You've got ease of use. There's all sorts of things. I personally think for us in Doug, a scooter is going to be much better than the bike. But you decide. Let me know in the comments. Scooter or bike?